מלאכת תגל הארץ, ישמחו איים רבים, ענן וערפל סביבה, צדק משפט נכון כיסו. אוהבי אדוני שמעו רע, שומע נפשו חסידה מיד השם יצילם, אור זרוע לצדיק, תשרה לב שמחה. גם שמחו צדיקים אדוני והודו לזכר קודשו. The Eternal One is sovereign, that the earth exalts and the many islands rejoice, dense clouds are around God, righteousness and justice on the face of God's throne. You who love God, wait to do. God guard the lives of the one, saving them from the hand of the devil. Lively song for the righteous, radiance of the bride. Are you righteous? Rejoice in the acclaim God's holy. A psalm, sing to God a new song. You have walked wonders, you righted, you body arm upon you. The Eternal One, you have shown your victory displayed with the justice side of the nations. You are mindful of your heart, love, and faithfulness for the house of Israel. All the ends of the earth, behold the victory. 134. הריעו לאדוני כל הארץ, פסחו ורננו וזמרו, זמרו לאדוני בכינו וכינו, וכל זמרה וחצוצרות וכל שופר, הריעו לפני המלך אדוני, עיר הים ומלואו, תבל ויושבי בה, נהרות עמך. יחד הרים ירננו לפני אדוני, כי בא לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט אמת וצדק ועמים במישור. 135, Roman moon. The third part of the Hebrew. Of Elul, and a whole month I was talking about listening to God, listening to the voice of God. God, the king is in the field, the king is leaving the castle, moving to meet us in the field, hearing the voice of God. So on that note, I'd like, is it something I said?
No, I'm talking to youth group.
Isn't the youth group? Yeah. They hang out. The youth group. Hang out, really. Yeah, it's more appealing than singing with us. It's me not getting them inside. Yeah, I was talking about the voices of God. Let's be with it. 127. The voice of the Eternal One kindles flames of fire. The voice of God pulses the wilderness. The Eternal One pulses the wilderness of the fish. The voice of God comes in calm and streams of what in God's steps are all safe glory. The Eternal One sat at the throne, blood, the Eternal One sits at the throne, suffers forever. May God grant strength to our people. May God grant our people peace. Adonai Oz, Adonai Ten, Adonai Kaveh, Adamo. Shalom today for Shabbat Shuvah, as we are in this like a saddle between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. It's like a saddle. This is the Shabbat, and it's also for us to refresh from the two this main festival, also to orient ourselves and to gather our power. Also, two things I'd like to share with you. One is out of the Torah from Hosea 14. Shuva Israel, return, O Israel, to the Lord your God. Your sins have brought you downfall. Take words with you and return to the Lord. O imachem devarim veshuvu el Adonai. Say to him, forgive all our sin, receive us graciously, that we may offer the fruit of our lips. Syria cannot save us. You will not mount war houses. We will never say again, our gods, what our own hands have made, for it is the fatherless. For in you, the fatherless, find compassion. Okay? I will heal their way, wonders and love them freely. My anger has turned away from them. I will be like a dew on their heart, so it will blossom like a lily, like a cedar of Lebanon. He will send down his roots, his young shoots will grow, his splendor will be like an olive tree, as his fragrance like the cedar of Lebanon. Let's hope tomorrow's Torah, which orients us to the notion, the Teshuvah, return. In Hebrew, it's the same word, return again. The famous poem by Raphael Simcha Khan, return again, return to the land of your soul, return to the land of your soul, return to what you are, return to who you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again, return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. With that notion, we are on the first Kabbalat Shabbat of this new year, 5783. We had a brilliant Rosh Hashanah, and we are absolutely looking forward for next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Let's take a moment together and then just within us via the we're glad you came. No, they're over there.
Yes, I can see.
I cannot see that much. It's worship, 140. Keep it on 1 2.
ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואומנותך בלילות. עלי יצור ועלי נעבד, עלי היגיון ותיגון. תזמור שיר ביום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. שמחה לי אדוני עולך, במעשה ידיך אמן. מה גדול מעשיך אדוני, לאור תשלום אשר תזמור שיר ביום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון.
צדיק אתה מר יפרח, כארץ פלבנון, פלבנון יזכה, שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרות אלוהינו יפרחו. עוד ינובון בשיבה, תשנים רעננים יהיו, להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי, ולא הבלתה בו.
Thanks, Rory. Thanks. We are, you see, when we conclude the Haggadah, it's like the tail of the Kabbalat Shabbat, the closure of the Kabbalat Shabbat, which is Psalm 92, 93, is Moshir, then usually we do Tzedek Tamar, and they were even privileged to have Mikol of Maim Rabin, which is part of, it's in the middle of Psalm 93. So just give the context, and the context is the completing the creation, and then God behold the whole creation, which is ready for Shabbat, right? And Sunday you created this, and on Monday that, the day of the creation concludes. And then Shabbat is the harmony of all these elements together, which we say that the river, the ocean sounds, the thunder, the ocean sound is pounding above the thunder, the mighty waters. You're majestic, more majestic than the breakers of the sea is the eternal one, majestic on high. Mikolot Maim Rabim. 141 mid-page. Your decrees are indeed enduring holiness befits your house of God for all time. Good. Readers Kaddish. Baruch Readers Kaddish 144, Baruch 146. Let's rise. You want to do? Blessed are you, eternal of God, Lord of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, whose wisdom's open heaven's gates, whose understanding changes time and season, who arranges the stars in the heavenly host according to them. You are creator of day and night, according light away from darkness as darkness from light, transforming day into night, and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Svaot is your name, ever living God, that you reign over us into eternity. Blessed be your chair, one who brings of evening, 150 everlasting love. Let us concentrate on the Shema reading. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. You should love your eternal God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. First of all, your children, recite them when you stay at home and when you are away. When you lie down and when you get up, bind them as a sign on your hand and let them be a symbol before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. למען תזכרו עשיתם את כל מצוותיי ואתם קדושים לבבכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם. 158 is Ori with us. Ori, can you read the Michamocha?
Yes, I'm here, Rabbi. מי כמוך באלם אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה מלאכותיך ראו בניך בוקע ים לפני משה זה לי ענו ואמרו אדוני אמלוך Adonai yimloch leolam vaed.
That's what it said, God never viewed Jacob from the henceforth of his own. Blessed are you, Jehovah, for redeeming Israel. 161 top, for me, English. Let there be love and understanding among us. Please, in the we are children of God. Eternal One, help us to form the plannings, leave it open our hearts, cherish our hearts. May hide our peace, light us, blessed are you, Jehovah, peace, spread over us. Although all your people Israel and all the people from Adonai, our professor Shalom Aleichem, you are all of us. Like Islam once. Shomrei Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei Yom Shabbat. Shomrei Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei Yom Shabbat. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי שבת, שומרי שבת, וכל יום לקודש שבת. שומרי שבת, שומרי שבת, וכל יום לקודש שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי שבת, שומרי שבת, וכל יום לקודש שבת. שומרי שבת, שומרי שבת, וכל יום לקודש שבת. They're calling you the gate? Hey, Danielos, how are you, my boy? Friends, we're moving now to the Amidah. We are on 164. Hello at home. I hope you can see us as much as you can. We are happy that you are here right now. And we're going to ask you to one side and Robin will do the other. 164, Adonai. Adonai, Sefachatika, Ufia, Gizeridote, eternal God, open up my lips and declare your praise. And voice stuff, like inserts in the prayer book that are just for this Shabbat, we all other Shabbat we skip them, today we say it. Pay attention. Okay? you doing this for the okay, I'll just come. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Adonai 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 עליון גומר חסדים טובים וקובע הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבניהם שמו באהבה אחת. זוכרנו לחיים מלך החפץ בחיים וכותבנו בספר החיים למענך אלוהים חיים. מלך עוזר משיח מגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחייב אותי מטרה והושיע, השיב ברוך מוריד הגשם, עזרך השמש ומוריד הקר, מחכה חיים בחסד, מחייב מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים באופן חולים, ומתיר אסורים, וכאמונתו כשם יפה, מכמוך בגבורות, ומעידו מלך מלך למלחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, מכמוך ברחמים, זוכר יצואם לחיים ברחמים, ונאמנתה לחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני מחייב המתים. 117. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש ושלוחים וחסלה, ברוך אתה אדוני המלך הקדוש. 173 top. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy, our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing this day. May all who serve find repose. May all who hunger find fulfillment this day. And may this day fulfill His promise. Father, Nekadesh, Shabbat 175. Glory to you, let's say.
רצה אדוני אלוהינו בעמך ישראל, ותפילתם באהבה תקבל, אותי לרצון תמיד עבודת ישראל, עמך עמך אל קרוב לכל קורב, פנה אל עבדיך וחננו, שפוך רוחך עלינו, ותחזינה עינינו. בשובך לציון ברחמים, ברוך אתה אדוני המחזיר שכינתו לציון.
Thank you. We are 176. So we start with the English, we move to the Hebrew. Pay attention, there's another insert for this special Shabbat, 176. We acknowledge with thanks that you are our eternal God and God of our ancestors forever. You are the work of our lives, the shield of our salvation in every generation. Let's thank you and praise you for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your care, for your miracles that we experience every day, and for your wonders, deeds, and favors every time, today, evening, morning. O good one, whose mercies never end, the compassionate one, whose kindness is avail, we forever put our hope in you. וכולם יתברך בכל שולחן כן תמיד עולם לאל, וכתוב לחיים טובים כל בני בריתך, וכל החיים ידעו חסדים, ואלה שולחן אמת, אלה שולחים וזאתנו סלע ברוך אתה, 178, the last blessing. Inscribe us in the book of life, blessing, peace, and prosperity. May we be remembered and inscribed by you, we and all your people of Israel, for good life and for peace. Blessed the Eternal One, who makes this. Passion, pure heart from your God, create from me a steadfast spirit. Cast me out of your presence. Now take your Holy Spirit away from me, and we again rejoice in your help, and teach your spirits daily. My mouth declare your praise, help me to put these prayers into practice. Open up my lips and my heart to my God. And the words of our mouth and the meditation of our heart be acceptable to your God, our rock, and our Redeemer. And the one who makes peace in the highest places, make peace over us, over all Israel, everyone, as we say. Amen.
Amen.
being up for the prayer for health. I'll read the words, their names of people that we would like to mention on this special week before Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. Just mention them, and then the choir and Saba will sing the In Eilach, even if I walk. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Isaac, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all those who are healed. The Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for the health, to be restored, for the strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete cure of body and spirit, and let us say Amen. Yisheberach Avoteinu Mekor HaBaracha Le'imoteinu. May the source of strength bless the ones before us, help us find courage to make our lives a blessing. Let us say Amen. Yisheberach Avoteinu Mekor HaBaracha Le'imoteinu. Bless those who need of healing. Refuah, Shleima, in your body and in your spirit. And let us say, Amen. Please mention names to pray for their well-being.
Please, for myself or my Michael's.
Thanks, ma'am. Shabbat Shalom, friends. Thank you all for coming and being part of that, transition between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. And we had a long and rich liturgy event, so it's not just well on the Shabbat, although this Shabbat has its unique liturgy. I don't want to give a long sermon today. I would like to share with you two parts, two readings that are related to the idea of choice and the Shuvah and imploring God, appealing to God. And the second is, and then I'd like to say a few words as a eulogy for the Kaddish. So that's a rather, I'm giving very structured and big sermons, so I'd like to do some more segments and also a bit shorter. Okay, I can just start with the first one. The first was from Maimonides' Mission of Torah. He speaks about Maimonides' 12th century, even philosopher, and he speaks about the idea of the free choice. And how does it even work, free choice? The idea of free choice, which is something that philosophers have always dealt with, and it's something that we are still rather puzzled by. Do we or do we not have a free choice? So Maimonides saying the following: free will is granted to all humans. If one desires to turn himself on the path of good and righteousness, the choice is for the one. Should they desire to turn to the path of evil and wickedness, the choice is theirs as well. The human species becomes singular in the world, for no other species resembles within the following quality: that human can, on their own initiative, with their knowledge and thought, know good and evil, and do what they desire. There is no one that can prevent them from doing good or doing bad. So it states very clear That's a notion that humans have been blessed with to discern good from evil. A person should not entertain himself in the thesis held by fools among the people, a majority of undeveloped, like this, you know, the other ones are not considered great fidelity. The undeveloped among the Israelites that at the time of man's creation, the Holy One, blessed be He, decrees whether they'll be righteous or evil. Do not think that there is a prediction, or like in Christianity, is very strong that God chooses the righteous. No, do not think so. It is untrue. Each person is fit to be as righteous as Moses, our teacher, or as wicked like Jeroboam or others. Similarly, he may be wise or foolish, merciful or cruel, misery or generous, and all other characteristic details. There's no one who will compel you, sentence you, or leads you toward either of these two paths. Rather, you, on your own initiative and decision, tend to the path you choose. It's very clear about the element which is strong in Judaism. One has to choose the path. Were God to decree what an individual would be righteous or wicked, or that would be a quality which draws the person by his essential nature, any particular path or behavior, way, thinking, attributes, or deed, as imagined by maybe all those fools who believe like that. It's very, then how can God command us through the words of the prophets, do this, do not do that, improve your behavior, do not follow after that? So he said, if you think that God has gave a decree that you're going to do this or going to do that, what's the point in sending us prophets to say that you should do or not do? Because otherwise, what's the point? The prophets are going to tell anyone because God has a decree. The whole idea when it comes to Shabbat is that humans can change and can better their ways. That's the whole idea. Otherwise, there's no point in everything in practice. If there has been a decree on you, if there has been a free setting, if God knows already what's going to happen, then it's not interesting. There is no point in the religious life. Because anyhow, you do what you do, and God knows what's going to happen. So that was the first resource. So the second resource was from the 12th century. The second resource is from the 19th century Rabbi Yitzchak ben Sarah, Rabbi Yitzchak of Berdichev. He used to call the attorney of the Israelites, the attorney, Sanigor Shel Israel. He used to go and speak with God. And this is again the ability of the Jews and of the Jewish tradition to speak harshly with God. To say, God, this is what you created. We are not impressed. You can do better. And now we are going to do our part. But when are you going to do your part? This ability to call God. And he said, God, we are charging you. We are laying charges against you for everything that's happening in this world. This is very true. So I'm going to recite it in Yiddish, the Jewish language of our ancestors in East Europe and Central East Europe, or Yiddish, the Jewish language, not the only one, but one of the most spread, and then in English. And this is the Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev. Right. It was also to some extent composed by, or a version of it was composed by Paul Robeson. Who knows who is Paul Robeson? Okay. Yeah. The communist American black singer, Paul Robeson. Ribono shel olam, must not be this. Lami machen a bite. A bite may deal, will me machen. I would like to make a trade with you, deal. A trade with you, I'd like to make. Weißt du, was der Bite von sein? So give dir, you asking what's the trade, what's the deal, what's the bargain, I'll tell you what's the bargain. Ich will dir geben, I will give you, Atayim alvonot ufshai oivei tata. I will give you sins, transgression, and all the wrongdoings, oivei tata. There's no way to translate it. Oivei is oivei, and tata is father. Toma, was du fragen, then you ask, was du was mir geben davon? What do you want in return? So give this. So maybe you'll say, what do you want to give me in return? What do you want in return? I'll tell you what I want. Du musst mir geben, you will give to me, you will give me the mercifulness, the forgiveness, and atonement. I will give you all the sins. You will give me the atonement. That's the deal. Oy vei tate. And Tomer was to meinen, you'll tell me, gleich und gleich. Nein, sage ich dir. And say, okay, that's fair enough. Gleich und gleich. Same for same, equal for equal. Gleich und gleich. No, I'm telling you, no, that's not enough. I'm bargaining. You will add to me, du wirst mir noch zu geben, even more you will add to me. Banai chaya mezona, my children, my life, my food. Tomer, was to fragen, what is banai? What do you mean by my children? This is a phrase when you pray, what a person prays, like a general prayer. Banai chaya mezona. You praying for your children, your health, your food. That's what do we pray? We pray for the same thing. We're not that original like we think. What does it mean? We want boys and girls engaging with the Torah of mitzvah. That's boys, children. What is chayai? It says chayai yeducha v'yishalchucha. My life will praise you. And what is mezona? What is my food, my nourishment? V'achalta v'sabato v'barachta, that you will eat. You'll be satisfied. You will bless the Lord your God. Oy vei tate. Then he concludes, it's funny, it says the Mitzrim Shael, Azayel God is the God. 9 sage ich here. The Egyptian says their God is the God. Now I'm telling you. The Passive Shael, Shrai, cry out, Shrai, cry out. Azayel God is the God. 9 sage ich here. The Persian says that their God is the God. The Apikosim Shael, what is Apikosim? Apikoris? The atheist, the agnostic. The atheist, the agnostic, Apikoris. There was a Greek philosopher, Paulus. It's not saying there's no God, but he's like around celebrating of this war. Chinese had a Nishkan God. The agnostic, the atheistic, they said there's no God. Over Ish, Levi Yitzchak ben Sarah Susha's God, but I am Levi Yitzchak son of Sarah says, It Gadal, It Kadash, Merabah, may the great name be sanctified and glorified. This is, you can see the difference. This is the person who already act on the context of modernity and secularism. In the 19th century, already encountered the modern world and the challenges that it gives and the ability to really say, God, we believe in you, but we have our reservation about this world. So that's in terms of this special moment, Shabbat Shuvah. And the second thing that I wanted to mention as we are approaching the Kaddish is that a year ago, just before Rosh Hashanah, I didn't have the chance to speak about it properly, but every Rosh Hashanah last year, Ruth Bader Ginsburg died. And it's a good time to say a few words about her. She was a woman who an American Supreme Court Justice, small in height, but short in height, a lady who was pushing against the streamer all life, died at the age of 87 after 25 years of serving the Supreme High Court in America. She grew up in Brooklyn to Jewish parents, immigrant. She learned to go in the 50s, when out of the only 9 women who learned in the faculty in a department of 500 men. And, you know, it's years and years that our movement is preaching for equality, working on equality, and still we have to fight on that because equality is not a value as it should be. Torah says, as we read, man and female, God has created them. So I think that part of this revolution is the revolution that Ruth Bader Ginsburg had led. She was testifying herself, she was a proud Jew, she was proud to be a Jew, and that the demand for justice goes through the Jewish tradition, prophetic Judaism. This is her Judaism, it's our Judaism. And Ruth Bader Ginsburg is somebody that we would like to follow her way to do better, to fix the world. And how do we bring that notion of equality and justice into whatever that we do? So that we do this and this and this. Oh, and we do justice. So everything we do must speak for justice, And I'd like to mention her, Ruth Bat Celia and Nathan. I'll mention her now in this Shabbat Shuvah because that's her yacht side. We'll mention her again in the Yisrael. So let me go and read the names. We're on 598. We think of our loved one whom death had recently taken from us, those who died at this season at year past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts, like our own Zichronam Levracha. We mourn this week with Jose Goldman and the family of the Passover, the dear member Sabrina Goldman, who was laid in rest earlier, and our hearts and condolences also with Pat Decker. I spoke with her, whose brother Neil Schwartz passed away last week and was laid to rest in Israel. This week, we remember Ursula Bruce, mother of David Bruce, Frederick Kahn, father of Stephen Kahn, Lupo Fliss, father of Lionel Fliss, Maureen Goldman, remembered by Aubrey Goldman, Irena Hazelfeld, remembered by Rochelle Hazelfeld, Maurice Lebowitz, father of Hilary Friedman, Louise Mordin, father of Cherise Mordin, Evelyn Sanders, mother of Charles Sanders, and Edith Siegel, mother of Daryl Siegel. May their memory be a blessing. If there are further names you'd like to mention in the Zoom or at home or here, please mention it. Further names that you'd like to mention. $598. This is right. So, right. I don't think you go get the other keys. Make sure what the people are Vikadal, Vikadash, Abba, Dharma, Iva, Day, Yahayakov, Yotako, always, Bagala, Yesh, Rabba, Rabba, Lamba, Ibrahim, Krishna, Bhakti, this is every Kadam, with the Shah, the Ram, the Kata, the Shirata, Shirata, the Nata, the Hamda, Ma, Yesh, Rabba, Rabba, Shmaya, I will make the roads everything for me. We are saying, police, Seated. Hey, Kevin, that's your shirt. Yeah. How do you know? How much you got what? Because there's a load shedding, my boy. Yeah. Yeah. So we couldn't do the regular service. Come, Simon, come Daniel, come, kids, come. If you're not coming, I'm coming with us. How are you? You good? Did you have a nice time so far in the festival? Good. So we bless you. We enjoyed a great deal to have you on Rosh Hashanah, and we'll enjoy a great deal to have you on Yom Kippur, and then we're looking forward for Sukkot. So we'll send you the invitation. You can invite your friends to come join us. Okay? Of course, they are friends, but I'm talking about school food. Shalom. Good. See that's for you. Maybe Mel, Alex, why don't we go? Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, Ada, why don't no, she always takes the one.
Okay, so we're continuing with our series on Beyond the Boundaries. We had our session earlier this quarter, and now on Yom Kippur, we don't need anything special to put us in our discomfort zones. We're there. So what we're going to be doing in this session is to be talking about transgression, to be looking at it from another perspective that is beyond regret and guilt. We're going to go into the nature of transgression with the help of our friend, the great poet and lyricist Leonard Cohen, who gives us some wonderful guidance that is very relevant to us on this day. And we're also in the process going to be looking at the shofar cycle and relating that to our subject matter. So we're really looking forward to something different, a different perspective, a different view, a different bird's eye view that hopefully can help us enrich our day on Yom Kippur, and look forward to everybody, whoever wants to be there. It'll be 1:30. It'll be in the hall, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Hopefully we won't have load shedding at that time, because we'd like to explore some various things, but they will be for that. So
Thank you.
Thank you and good evening. From the majestic to Sami, I'd like to thank all those who responded. Extra sandwiches last week. It made a huge difference. Certainly the people coming on time. So it really made a big difference. Next week, the Samis are going to be handed out on Tuesday. So those who are making Samis, please deliver them to Beit Emanuel on the Monday. We've alerted the homeless appeal drive that there will be a Sami distribution on Tuesday, and I'd really like to try and make it a real bountiful for them, because it has to last more than just a week, it has to last closer to 10 days. So I ask you please to be generous and to bring fruit, bread, make sandwiches, carrots being quite popular, apples being quite popular, pears are in abundance at the moment, and I think it would be wonderful if we can do something for that. The second point I'd like to make is that I really want to define this period of electrical blackout. And I think I can't succumb to it anymore, and I really want everybody who is able to come to shul, certainly on Yom Kippur evening. We'll have as many of these lights as we can. We've got lots of these little tea candles. I just would love everybody to be here that can be here, rather than to watch it on Zoom. So if you can, it would be absolutely wonderful if you come here as an act of defiance, as well as that of repentance. Thank you.
Thank you. No, it's clear. Like we are continuing. Without electricity, doesn't matter. We do what we do. You know, we do what we do. Electricity is luxury. We might have it. We might not have it. It doesn't matter. We do what we do. And the fact that even because we have the inverters, that we can still, people can still watch us at home. That's like, for me, it's already like a miracle. So let me just go quickly on so tomorrow 9:30 I'm here. That's the middle of it. Just to say, it was a whole thing in the Gilbro today with our friends and fellows who are doing the Shabbat Shuba event, and I was in touch with them earlier. Tomorrow 9:30 I'm here, and that concludes our events for tomorrow, for the morning Shabbat. And then on Tuesday we meet here 6 o'clock. We're having the full midray, and then on Wednesday we are here starting 9:30, and then we're doing the different units. So what is a bit different is they're doing a Voda in the morning, so we'll be a bit more. We'll have a bit more time in the afternoon to do the Yisco, the Ne'ilah properly. There's been complaints that we're a bit rushing, which is true. Then during the break, there will be a session that Merle was talking about, the other boundaries, and there will be yoga with current tourists for those who just would like to stretch. This is 1 hour, and then we'll start 3:30. The Mincha, Yizkor, and Ne'ilah. The fast ends in 6:45. When 6:45, we'll have some cakes here. Now, like every year, there is the people who organize to do a potluck. Potluck in the boardroom. So those who would like to join, just make sure you bring something with you and join the potluck. We, from the shoe perspective, just supplying the plates and the cutlery, crockery, and water, hot water for tea, and so on. And what you bring and share, you bring and share. That's from our perspective. And then the last thing is we will be starting to distribute our invitation for support. We open Sukkot, which is Sunday afterwards, at night. Please invite your non-Jewish friends. It's our time to show hospitality and so on. You know, people say there is an anti-Jewish sentiment. I don't agree with that. But in any case, invite your non-Jewish friends to see what the Jews are doing. That's the best remedy against all the Jews. Anything I missed out? When it will be ready? Communication will be ready when it will be ready. Soonish, hopefully by support. We've done our best. We've done our best and we obviously need to do it for you. But there's a good communication. Thanks for bringing the topic. Shalom Aleichem. Rory, it says all. Rory, are you in a position to do the Svaya Shalom Aleichem? No. What do you do in Shalom Aleichem?
Rabbi, I'm not in a position.
Shabbat Shalom. Join us for the sofa. Yeah.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Catherine. Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Joach and all good life.
Hi, Margaret, Catherine.
Shalom, Mary.
Hi, Simon.
Shalom,
Please.
Simon.
Shabbat Shalom, Mariam, how are you? Oh, there you are. How's it?
I see you have lights, Simon.
Yeah, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Peter, I hope you're right. The Modium is good.
Yeah.
I sent you a message on your phone, Simon.
I said Imodium is very good.
Okay, come, join us all. Join us.
Do you hear me? Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
How are you, Mariam?
Shabbat Shalom, Catherine.
Hi, Mariam.
Hey, love you, Ray.
Shabbat Shalom, also.
Shabbat Shalom.
Margaret, is the shop open on a Saturday?
I don't actually know. I'm not sure. Check with Peter, maybe. She said I think she said it's usually open from 10 until 4, Monday to Friday. It might not be open on a Saturday, but I don't really know.
Okay.
It's really amazing what she's done with the garden. You know, she's just sort of